The idea of crossovers have always been and always will be discussed among the many fan bases around the world.
Who would win in a fight? Batman or Superman? Homelander and Omni-Man? Master Chief or Samus? Frickin' Teddy Roosevelt or Mr. Magoo? I don't know. I'm pretty sure crossover fights have always been a thing since like the ancient times when people probably pitted their gods or religious figures against each other. Anyway, it's not really a big surprise that crossovers have always been big in comics and in TV shows or movies and even in video games. And you can't mention crossover games without mentioning Smash Brothers. Coming out for the Nintendo 64 in 1999, it started an all-star cast of everyone's beloved Nintendo characters like Jigglypuff. But it was revolutionary when it came to platform fighting, with many games coming out after it being dubbed Smash clones. I already talked about a Smash clone back when I first started, Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl. It wasn't good. They did make a sequel, which I haven't played yet. Actually, I forgot all about it until recently, actually. But there is a good crossover game that has a bunch of characters from your childhood duking it out, and it was Mortal Kombat vs. DC. And hey, it doesn't look like it's that expensive, which is great.
Well, let me just check the good old-fashioned wallet and see how much I can spend on video games.
You serious?
Okay, yeah, money is pretty tight right now, but luckily there is a crossover game that recently came out that is free to play, which is good, because otherwise I would have wasted all this time talking about nothing. Multiversus. It's a pretty stupid name, I'm not gonna lie. This time it's Warner Brothers' turn to make a fighting game. I think technically this is a spiritual successor to that Cartoon Network game, because Warner Brothers does own Cartoon Network, and this game does have Cartoon Network characters in it. It was developed by Player First Games. They were created in 2019, and Multiverse is their first game. Wow, I've been reviewing a lot of game companies first recently. Anyway, the open beta came out in 2022, and already it was a step up from Nick All-Stars Brawl.
Oh, by the way, I will be comparing this game to Smash Brothers and Nick All-Stars Brawl. Smash Brothers practically owns the genre, and Nick All-Stars Brawl did come out around the same time the beta came out. I know since then the sequel came out, and it's probably better to compare the game with that. But again, I haven't played the sequel, and I don't want to just assume it's a direct copy. Although it probably is.
Anyway, I played this game when the beta came out, like, maybe twice. I was planning on talking about it for a review, but I just never got around to it, and then they effectively killed it a few months later, before bringing it back about a year later. I wasn't really too impressed with the beta. The game, in my opinion, felt hollow. Now, for a beta, that might not really be a bad thing at the start, and if I remember correctly, I thought it was only a beta for like a tiny bit and then had a full release about a month later, given that they were handing out new characters, like Gizmo, for some reason. But no, it was a beta for like a whole year. And I'll be honest, I forgot the game existed. But at the very start, this free-to-play game had the potential to be better than the Nickelodeon platform game that came out before that you had to actually pay full money for. Complete with costumes and voice acting.
Let me guess. Toxic waste, irradiated dog treats.
Sure you don't want to walk away?
It's a wonder we didn't do this sooner!
The game seemed to have this mechanic where you had to work as a team, with each character being 1 to 5 different classes, like Steven being a support class. At least in the beta, they seem to have taken the entire support class out in the full release. And I thought this was lame. I get characters having certain abilities, but characters being there specifically to just help others in combat made some of the characters not worth playing alone. But they seem to move away with that in the full release. At the beginning, they started with 17 characters, which, for the beta, that's pretty good. And then they brought in many characters after, like Black Adam, Gizmo and Stripes from Gremlins, Rick and Morty from, I don't know, Smiling Friends? And Marvin the Martian.
I'm a Martian, not a great white shark. I'm a Martian. I play Frisbee in the park.
Giving us a total of 23 characters at the end of the beta. For reference, Nick All-Stars only started with 20, with 5 characters added on later, for a total of 25, with 2 of the 5 being free. In Multiversus, the beta characters were all free, so overall, I would say that the beta was good.
Unfortunately, the official release has a ton of issues.
Officially coming out on May 28, 2024, again for free, there seems to be a bit of a problem. For one, they had to kill Iron Giant for a bit. And another problem, this game has been out for over a month, and apparently there's still people who played the beta and unlocked a bunch of stuff in the beta which they were supposed to get back when the game fully released, have yet to get what they bought previously, even after submitting tickets to WB Games. They also took out the gold system, which was the currency in the beta, and changed up a bit. I don't know how true this is, but if you also bought a character to use during the beta, I'll explain that part in a bit, they're gone. You're gonna have to unlock them all over again. But anyway, let's start this game already. You know, maybe the opening can explain what's happening in this game.
Do these pies even have anything in them?
Certainly, this one's about to have your face in it. Face in it. Face in it.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Your big good barrage is over, Rabbit.
Velma, look out! It's...
Wanna see a magic trick?
Oh no, an evil clown. Never seen one of those before.
That seems to be a pretty tamed reaction to the Joker.
Okay, so this really doesn't explain anything. In fact, it's just the launch trailer. I don't really understand some of the decisions here. Like, why is Cake here? She's just a costume for Jake. I guess because she was sort of like an Echo fighter, but whatever. And also, why is Bugs fighting these guys? Why did Joker just show up? Why is Wonder Woman fighting 3 different variations of her, including her Black Lantern costume teaming up with 2 variants of her who I'm pretty sure are still good guys? And this costume isn't even in the game. And it also shows us Titan Towers, which isn't a map yet. And I don't know, it just seems weird that Cake is teaming up with Stripes, or Bugs seemingly teaming up with the Joker. Like, I get it's a fighting game and they're putting emphasis on 2v2, but at the very least, the story bits shouldn't have the good guys team up with the villains. And we get ready for a huge battle as Joker brings in 2 teammates to even the score. Jason and Agent Smith.
Yeah, I really don't see a connection here.
I mean, it is cool that they're there, don't get me wrong. And everyone's model looks fine for the most part. I mean, Jason's got that Johnny Bravo physique going, and it might just be me, but Joker's got a weird Jay Leno looking face going.
It might be because in the PvE section, or Rifts, there's currently 3 themes: Chaos, Digital, and Horror, which probably is one of the reasons why they picked these 3 guys. But more on Rifts in a bit. For now, let's just jump into the tutorial that the game automatically forces us into. Like, where am I? The last thing I remember was eating that rock candy.
Okay, rock candy. They use blue rock candy to use as meth in Breaking Bad. Walter White confirmed.
You're here because the multiverse is in danger, and that wasn't rock candy.
Walter White confirmed he gave the drugs to Shaggy.
It was no dream, Shaggy. I'm assembling a team to save the multiverse from great calamity, and I need your ultra instincts.
So here we learned the basics of the game, and man, I'm getting some Smash Bros. Melee vibes.
Hey man, like I did it!
Yes, it seems that your mysterious powers are as potent as Raindog claimed.
I want you guys to remember Raindog for later.
Congratulations, puny Earth beings! You are the first citizens of my dimensional rift.
What? This isn't your dimensional rift.
Ah, but it is, for I have claimed it in the name of Mars.
So now we gotta beat up Marvin's goons, the Mr. Meeseeks. How did he get those? Wouldn't it, like, make more sense if they just gave him, I don't know, actual Martians? Also, Marvin's a Martian. Does that mean he's weak to fire? You know, like Martian Manhunter? Or is it because he's a Looney Tune that doesn't count? Okay, so that was the basics, but there is another level in this specific rift, which just finishes up the tutorial, so whatever, let's just move on. Rifts are the PvE story mode of the game. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be story mode, that's what they were kind of alluding to, but it has a ton of problems. But for now, let me just get multiplayer out of the way. So it is a PvP game mainly, so it makes sense that the main pull of the game is the PvP aspect. What you do is you select a character to lock in. I kind of don't like this. I get that it's to stop players from just switching out characters in between matches, I think, but honestly, what was the problem with that? And then when you get into a game, you select your perks. I didn't really care about the perks. I don't know if it really affects the battle at all, so I just kept it at default. And then the battle starts, and man, this is pretty easy. It's almost too easy. Kind of like I'm fighting a CPU.
And that's because I'm pretty sure I am fighting a CPU.
I don't know if it was because I was new to the game and they just have you play against the computer for a while to get used to the game, or because there's just not a whole lot of players that were on at the time. Which, for a game like this that's mostly an online fighter, that's pretty bad. I was playing online in like evening time, so there should have been a lot of players, I think. I also know these were all computers because it took me an hour to get this play one online match achievement when I went up against this Morty player. And playing this game just feels like Smash Brothers. Thinking back to Nick All-Stars, it definitely didn't feel as much like Smash Brothers as Multiversus feels like Smash Brothers right now. Which could be in Multiversus' favor. This game could probably do well with some items to use in the game, like, I don't know, you could add Pearl's spear or Steel's hammer, Yosemite Sam's guns, you know, just something that would still be in the theme of this game. And slowly, after playing several hours of multiplayer, I came to a stunning conclusion.
I don't really like playing Smash Brothers, or other platform fighters as it turns out.
I don't hate it. It's a fine game, it plays well. I just find it really, really boring. Playing this, I realized that I usually only played Smash Brothers for like an hour, maybe two, before I got bored and just went to go play a different game. Of course, me not being that good at the game could also be a factor. I'm okay at the game, definitely, I'm not brain dead, but I'm certainly not pro levels, which I wish the game knew about that because they kept pairing me with players who are definitely close to pro. And it seems like no matter what I try, I could never match them. And also, it doesn't really help with my frustration that I finally changed my name to my YouTuber handle, and I accidentally spelled it wrong when I made it. Sometimes I'll have a good match. Only in 1v1 though. I don't think I've had a good match in 2v2, because for some reason they would pair me with someone completely more inept than me. I got put in a match with Uber Jason, and he kicked my ass, and then he moonwalked. Yeah, I think it's time to talk about Rifts.
When I play fighting games, I tend to play the story modes, and Rift is kind of the single-player story mode of this game. Kind of not. Let me explain.
So, after beating Marvin for a bit, he joins us to save the multiverse as we go into the first Rift, Multiversal Mayhem. Alright, time to learn some story.
From the NBC studios in Burbank, California, The Tonight Show with Jay Leno.
When do they get a load of me?
And that taught us nothing. In fact, I think that was just the Joker reveal trailer. Is every cutscene in this game just going to be one of the trailers?
Stand down, Joker. You have no power here.
Yeah!
Harley, I told you I don't need your help here.
No power, Bat-Brain? On the contrary, with this gem I can do anything I want.
So you're the one who stole Rain Dog's gem. Stand down, Joker, or me and my new Robin will put you down.
Oh, please, Bats, I already killed one of those. What's one more to the pile?
Robin, get him.
Is that Jason Voorhees? And yeah, this is basically story mode. What a surprise, it's just like multiplayer. Each mission gives you 5 side objectives to complete. Well, 4 if you don't count just win the match. And this objective, bring another player in, only counts towards multiplayer, because you can't couch co-op in this. Why? I mean, would it really have taken too much from the experience, or hell, been too difficult to include couch co-op? You also have 3 gem perks to give yourself a boost. They're kind of stupid, and if you don't play the higher levels, you won't really need them, honestly. There is different themes. Like, so far, I got Chaos, Tech, and Horror, and boy howdy gee, do I like the game telling me every level that I got the wrong gem, even though I can't really remove the gem unless I have a gem to replace it, and it won't really give you that specific themed gem until a few levels in. Maybe, if you're lucky. Every new stage, we get a few bits of text. It really adds to the crossover aspect. It makes the characters feel more alive. They also have dialogue with each other in matches.
Blue team.
Ugh, never trust a clown in pigtails.
Quick, which is better, brownie or sandwiches?
Unlike some games at launch, I might add. I do wish there was more interactions, though.
This is where I watched my parents die, Morty.
Ah, jeez, Bruce. This is heavy. Did you, like, reapply the chalk?
And ever since then, I have vowed to... Wait, did you just call me Bruce?
Huh? Yeah, well, we knew that for a while now.
What?
Actually, my grandpa was the one that figured it out.
Hey. What?
But honestly, it was kind of obvious in hindsight. I mean, the multi-billionaire comes back to Gotham really ripped. Around the same time that a vigilante, who's also ripped, is using gadgets that only the one person being paid more than the minimum wage in Gotham could afford.
Yeah, and it didn't really help that you bring people to the location that your parents died. Which is also the location where the most famous people in Gotham died.
Oh, yeah. You gotta get Swifty.
Oh, hang on, I gotta take this.
Hey, Marceline, how's it going? So, did you get that dust from that Ruby girl? Spoiler alert. But that's kind of it with gameplay, except for like a few things. So, besides that, the rest of this is just going to be making fun of the story mode.
Each rift has a collection of missions that aren't just beat up the opponent.
Not to alarm you, Bats, but I think someone filled your cave with explosive balloons.
Don't worry, Harley. My new Robin will take care of this.
After a few levels, you'll arrive at a bonus node. Like shooting gallery, just get in the cannon and shoot the balloons. It sucks. There's also
Break the targets!
which you break the targets. It's okay.
Victory!
Match 3. Just match 3 cards. It's lame. Jump rope.
Victory!
This one's simple, and I heard that if you use a certain Superman taunt, it's a non-issue. The level stops you after 50 jumps, and then it just ends.
Victory!
Or this fucking bonus node, where you just get on this tiny tank and have to shoot these drones to protect the gem. And it sucks, this tank moves slowly. The drone comes from either direction, you have to angle the tank with no cursor, mind you, and you have to hold the button down a certain amount. There's regular size and there's large size drones, who slowly float over and shoot at the crystal. Then, there's this dynamite drone that moves at fuck you miles per hour and blows up, taking 10 points from the crystal HP instantly, and it's near impossible to hit. And they expect you to do this whole thing with less than like 10 points of damage taken. Yeah, fuck this. It got to a point where I just let it blow up the crystal. In fact, you don't have to do any of the bonus nodes. You can just die and it'll still pass you. And then you can just move on. So, the first rift is about going after Joker and his henchmen like Bugs Bunny with a shirt.
Oh my god, it's Bugs Bunny!
Yeah. What you got?
I can't believe it, in my own house, it's Bugs Bunny! Bugs fucking Bunny! Ugh, ugh.
While each fight level is the same, sometimes there's stipulations like ghosts or turning people into chicken for some reason. There's also bonus objectives, like play as the Joker. Oh, nope, sorry, he's not in rotation. Or play as an Adventure Time character. Oh, nope, sorry, not in rotation. Or play as a Detective DC character and a villain. Oh wait, the only DC character or detective character that could qualify isn't in rotation. And I don't even know someone who could be all three. And I know, you don't need to do them all at once, you can do one for now and then the others another time, but my point is, you're stuck with only choosing characters in rotation. In the single player mode. And even in offline multiplayer, like why the fuck can't we just play with all the characters in offline mode? Like no, you gotta wait till they're in rotation or cough up some money. In the form of either 3,000 fighter coins, or points, or whatever the fuck they're called, or 1,000 Gleamium, which is basically 10 real dollars. $10 for each character. You only get Shaggy for free. I got Wonder Woman and Jason for free, but that's because I played the beta. So they gave me Wonder Woman for free in the beta, and I think I got Jason because they gave me the season pass for free. But either way, this is horrific. I know, you can get the characters with the 3,000 fighter coins. In fact, that's what I did with Batman. but from what I understand, there isn't really a good way to get a good amount of it. And you don't get them through playing online. The only way I got them was through leveling up characters, which isn't a lot, and through the missions, but most of that seems to be for the battle pass. It is specifically designed like this, so you'll be more tempted to pay $10 just so you can play as a character that you want. Except Joker, who's motherfucking $20! Technically, he's about $12, so it's either the $10 pack and the $15 pack, or you can just select $20 and save yourself a click. They even said they took the feedback in the beta into consideration, but who the fuck told them that they thought it wasn't grindy enough? And that's not even counting the skins. Some of the skins cost even more than the characters. Like $20 for the Rock Black Adam. Who the fuck wants that?
Seriously, who but The Rock himself would want that skin?
The Batman Who Laughs skin, you can't even buy with money. You have to spend prestige points, aka spend money on costumes. The amount seems to vary, but for simplistic sakes, let's say for 100,000 prestige points, if you were to buy a legendary skin, that's about 9,600 prestige points. So you'll have to buy about 11 skins. That's over $200 for one skin. If you got all epic skins, it would be over 400. Again, not including if you get stuff through the free money, but that has to be grindy as hell. And you don't even get Joker if you get the skin. So that's another $15, $20, and get this. Some levels on the rifts break off into branching paths, and you can't even access it unless you have a specific costume, like a Joker shirt, or a summer outfit, or the Matrix Code outfit. So essentially, you can't actually play all the levels unless you pay for either the costumes at the store or the battle pass. Otherwise, you ain't getting in. So, here's the character roster. Do you notice anything off with this? I'll give you like 5 seconds.
Tell me, where is Gandalf? For I much desire to speak with him.
Where the fuck is Gandalf? He was going to be my main fighter.
You got Agent Smith in first. Stripes and Gizmo from Gremlins got in first. You let fucking Banana Guard in, but not Gandalf the motherfucking wizard? Is it a licensing issue? Why have him in a leaked photo then? Wait a minute. Velma doesn't even count as a detective? Her entire moveset is around detecting. Look, Batman has to tag, and even... Shaggy? What kind of sense does that make? Why the fuck is Shaggy considered a detective over Velma?
No, this is man's work.
So you go through the story mode, fighting various characters who don't really seem like they're there for a specific reason, like Morty.
I can't believe Joker would stoop so low as to recruit teenagers. What?
And characters are completely mischaracterized. Look out, it's evil Gizmo. What, this cute little guy? You sure, Batman?
Ah, look out! It's...
Zoinks! What is it, Batman?
It's... Evil Gizmo.
Like, let's get out of here. Seriously? This Rift episode ends with a battle with Joker on a hot air balloon, and we either have to shoot the cannons at him or attack him directly when he comes close. All the while, he says Darkwing Duck's catchphrase, for some reason.
Let's get dangerous.
We're done. Hand over the gem you used to make this insane rift.
That's the best part, Bats. I don't have it. That little gremlin Stripe stole it back from me.
Damn it! I knew that fiend was evil. From this day forward, I will make sure evil Gizmo stays locked up behind bars.
So this brings us to the next rift. A pretty nice continuation, I must say. This time around, Batman and Velma are chasing Stripes for the gem, and they have some friendly competition.
Alright, Dinkley. Stripes could be anywhere. If you want to prove that you're the best detective, let's just see who can track down Stripes first.
Oh, you're on, Batman. Just don't start crying when I win. Oh, there he is.
Ah! There he is. And I'm still the world's greatest detective. Suck it, Dinkley! I am the knight.
This ends with a boss battle with Stripes, which is just a regular battle. Sure, there's this little guy who shows up, but besides this is just a regular fight. And honestly, he was pretty easy to beat.
Really? I mean, yes! I won!
Stripes! Stripes lose gem, okay?
What do you remember? Tell us!
Where are they?
Killing is making a choice.
Where are they?
Machete! Oh my god, Danny Trejo has the gem! Huh, that's weird. Usually the top gem lights up when I beat a level and I can just move on, but it's not letting me do that. Because it's bugged. Great, okay, so let me just go through this fight again, and it's still bugged. God damn it! I seriously couldn't continue until I exit out for some reason. For God's sake, stop attacking this poor creature, he doesn't know anything else! Machete! Well, alright then, I guess he didn't really know anything else. Alright, Batman, let's move on and... Batman?
You want what he's having? That's what I thought. Justice for Gotham!
This leads us to the third rift. This time, we're up against Jason Voorhees. This rift seems to have a lot of the heroes get affected with Scarecrow's fear toxin, or it's just the rift doing that, or something, and it's making them think that their friends are actually villains.
Let me guess. Another monster breaking into my cave, and disguised as Velma, no less.
Batman, we were with you this entire time. Jeez! Ah, more monsters! Batman was right! These things are horrific! Aha! This also has a narrator. And so our heroes were drawn, further and further into the rift of horrors, and into the clutches of Jason Voorhees. I'm pretty sure he just shows up to be a voice for Jason. And also, apparently, according to this wiki, he's the narrator from the Friday the 13th trailers.
Friday the 13th, Part 8. Jason takes Manhattan. Now, New York has a new problem.
I don't know how accurate that is, but this review has been going on for quite a while, so let's just move on.
This ends with a boss fight with Jason, and honestly, he might be the best so far in terms of challenge. I mean, Stripes was a fucking joke, and Joker, well, it seemed interesting. Wasn't too difficult in all honesty. Here, you gotta destroy these floating gems, because when they power up, Jason is immune, and you have to do that to cause damage to him. Again, it's really simple, but I think it's the best boss fight so far.
And also, I don't know what the CPU's problem is with Jason, but I have fought several CPU Jasons where all they do is just teleport constantly.
And with that, Jason is killed. I guess this was before Jason became a Deadite, and the heroes escape. But wait, what about the gem? But only time will tell when Friday the 13th... Yeah, great, narrator. What about the gem? You know, like the whole reason why we came here?
Like, I'd stay out of this riff if I were you, man. There's some bad stuff in here.
What?
Never! Banana God is a brave and mighty rift team leader. I fear nothing!
What?
Yep.
What? Okay, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think Multiversus jumped the shark. Ironically, before the Shark Week rift. What the fuck is going on?
I didn't leave anything out, by the way. That's seriously how it goes. We had 3 connecting stories. Joker had the gem, then Stripes, then Jason, and now all of a sudden we're playing The Last of Us with Banana Guard and a loaf of Wonder Bread.
Although, to be honest, this bread guy is really cute. And for some reason, the bread companion immediately gets captured, so we spend this entire rift trying to save it and stop a computer from taking over. I thought this was going to tie in with Mr. Smith, considering that, you know, he was only one of the 3 villains you hyped up. But, no, you want to know who the final boss of this level really is?
Team, I figured out what's weird about this rift.
Wait, that thing can talk? Also, hi, Rain Dog. Thanks for showing up 4 rifts in, at the last level of the 4th rift. Still don't know what the fuck you are or what your point is, but whatever.
You're actually inside. What are you doing inside my computer simulation? Dee Dee, go to get to my shotgun.
Yeah, the boss of this rift, Dexter. Boy genius.
I guess.
This whole rift was kinda pointless, and the boss wasn't too much to write home about. Although it was nice seeing Dexter again, even it was just in this mech. Okay, can we finally get on with finding this gem plotline?
Raindog said he was inviting us all for this little beach party.
No, this is not a good time for a fucking beach filler arc. We still don't know where the gem is, and we've been dicking around too much already with this last rift.
Good thing I packed for the occasion. Wonder Woman is always prepared for when she's spontaneously invited to beach parties. You know what? It's not that big of a deal. We're almost done. Let's just move on.
So yeah, this rift is beach themed. I don't know, maybe to go with the summer themed costumes? It seems a bit of a stretch considering we're still looking for the gem, but whatever, let's play volleyball with the Iron Giant, who's really fucking stupid when it comes to volleyball. And time to fight Arya Stark and LeBron James for some reason as I team up with Superman. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I mean Captain Bodicus, Sir Botsalot, and Body Botson. Also, for some reason, everyone, especially Arya, just repeats their lines for some fucking reason.
Lady, and I never have been. That's not me.
You want me to fight?
Just like I did.
I'm not a lady, and I never have been. That's not me. I'm not a lady, and I never have been. That's not me.
What? Were you expecting the Easter Bunny? What? Were you expecting the Easter Bunny?
I'm not a lady, and I never have been. That's not me.
What? Were you expecting the Easter Bunny?
You want me to fight?
I'm not a lady, and I never have been. That's not me. I'm not a lady, and I never have been. That's not me. That's not me.
Got you.
What? Were you expecting the Easter Bunny?
I'm not a lady, and I never have been.
And this rift ends with a giant watermelon Steven from the show. Why? Well, this certainly has been a beach party. Oh look, there's Rain Dog making another appearance besides that one mission I didn't bother to talk about.
Okay. WB Games and Player First Games. I have to ask. What the fuck is the point in Rain Dog?
He was created specifically for this game, yet they haven't done shit with him this entire time. The only thing we know about him is that he was from some planet and he was a royal guard for some royalty, but that's it. There was something called The Nothing, and it might be The Nothing from Neverending Story 3, which would be a huge leap, but Neverending Story is Warner Brothers property, so it could be a neat twist. But here's the kicker. I only knew about that because I looked it up in the Multiverse wiki. They don't explain anything in this game. They never really explain why everyone's together. Fucking Rain Dog, who according to Batman at the fucking tutorial was the one that brought everyone together, he also didn't bother showing up until the end of the 4th fucking rift. Which, also, if Rain Dog was made for the game and is currently the only original character, why is he stuck in rotation? Why did I not get to play as him also? Why make Shaggy the default unlocked character and not Rain Dog? Wouldn't it make more sense to just have him, if not him and Shaggy as the first unlocks?
We will never know.
And also, this is his voice apparently. So instead of speaking in full English, he probably sounds more like,
well, this certainly has been a beach party. With all of you here, I think we might be able to save the multiverse.
And again, I can't stress this enough, there's fucking nothing in terms of a coherent story past a certain point. They're going to have more riffs later down the line, so they might actually explain some stuff, but considering that people seem to not like the riffs, or the game actually, and this is Warner Brothers we're talking about, I mean they already canceled the game once, I'm pretty sure they're going to do it again.
But that isn't to say that this game is completely bad. If you don't mind the small rotating set of characters every day, or grinding to unlock them all through online multiplayer, because as far as I know, you can't grind through offline mode. Seriously guys, then just let us play all the characters offline. You might find this fun for a bit. Although I highly doubt that.
Unfortunately, I can't see this game lasting longer than the beta lasted. It's painfully obvious that they made this game just to make big bucks off the microtransactions, and they tossed the potential story and the charms of all these characters interacting off to the side. But hey, this could just be a rocky start, and they could prove me wrong later down the line. I wouldn't mind being wrong here, I can still see what little potential this game has left. Although I would consider this game on life support until then. Hey guys, it's me from the future talking. I wanted to point out that it's been well over a month since I started the recording of this, and the game has been updated a bit with more rifts and stuff, and it didn't get any better. I'm sorry. I would have talked about it, but it did not get any better, so we'll just leave it at that. Although Samurai Jack is in, that's pretty cool. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I really hope you enjoyed it and liked all the extra work I put into it. I also want to thank everyone who just recently joined my membership and became a superfan. It was a huge surprise to wake up to when YouTube told me that I actually had members. So again, thank you guys. I hope this is the start of great things. And to all of my regular viewers, thank you as well. Just you guys watching and enjoying this and liking and sharing the video is good enough. Every little bit helps. And also don't forget to subscribe so you can be alerted to when new videos are out when they come out. And hey, Multiversus isn't just restricted to Warner Brothers. They did want to open up to other brands. And even if they don't want to play with the likes of Disney or DreamWorks, there's a ton of public domain characters they could include in this game. Okay, Rick, I think this is a new fighter, a brand new fighter for us to meet.
Great. What is it, another DC character or maybe Jon Snow? Holy shit. Run, Morty!
What? Rick, what's going on?
You gotta run, Morty! We can't fight this man! Run, Morty! This foe is beyond you!
Ah!